Yo, what's up? What's up? Y'all know what day it is. It is Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday. So today's throwback topic is I want to know what the price was from your first haircut. When you started paying for haircuts yourself, when the money had to come out of your pocket, I want to know how much was a cut whenever you started paying for your own haircut, right? So for me, I can't remember. My parents were the ones that was paying for my haircuts, right? So I remember back in like what, maybe oh 02, oh 03, where I was kind of right there really paying for my own haircuts, which I was paying for them a little earlier than that, but this is just what I recollect, right? So I remember a haircut being, I would say $15. I think my cut was $15. I used to pay for a cut back in like oh 02, oh 03, and my haircut was about $15. I used to go to Big T's back when you go to Dallas, and when you go to Dallas, you just knew you was gonna catch that fade. But yeah, I remember going to Big T's and catching a fade back in the day from Anki. Shout out to Anki. All y'all in Dallas, if y'all know anything about going to get a cut, back at Big T's back in the day, I remember getting my fade from Anki. That was man, talented, super talented, right? So $15 was the cut. Now around the same time, I got a cousin that cuts hair. He's a legend, and if you're familiar with Garland, Texas, which is Dallas, sort of, but it's Garland. It's Dallas, but it's Garland, right? So his spot is in Garland called C&G. Shout out to Craig at C&G's, man, a living legend in the game, right? So I remember his cuts. I want to say his cuts was $10. It was just straight up $10. And I used to get a cut around the same time, and at that time, I remember his haircuts was $10 for a cut. And so yeah, I'm just reminiscing back in the day where you could pull that hot little old 20 out your pocket and catch a fade. And well, at Big T's, you can catch a fade, leave a tip, a little bit of a tip, and go get you a slice of that pizza. If y'all know, you know. But tell me, what do y'all remember? How much do you? There was a time where it was distinct that you remember catching a fade. How much was that fade back in the day when you started having to pay for your own haircuts? Euphoria Hair Lab, more than a cut. Throwback Thursday. Peace.